business I've seen where you have to pay before you look. Today we are talking about Carrie Walls, a creator who blew up around 2022 for selling custom press-on nails. TikTok shop? No. Etsy? No. A website? She just went live on TikTok. At first glance, I mean, it looks like your pretty classic small business hustle. She's open about financially struggling, rent issues. Sometimes she can't even afford food. She goes live and sells her nail sets to make ends meet. But when you actually slow down and you start to listen to how the sales work, things start feeling a little off.
Nails, y'all. I have people want nails, but no one's paying.
Someone took my money.
On its own, this sounds fine. The issue is how it happened. I mean, this looks good, right? Except for the fact that she's only accepting PayPal friends and family, which is meant for sending money to people you trust, not strangers on the internet. There are no buyer protections or refunds. Once you send that money, it's gone. There's literally no reason to insist on that unless you don't want your buyers getting their money back. And in other cases, she was like, hey, you're gonna have to pay me first if you want to even see the nail options. That's a weird amount of trust for strangers. People have complained about things such as anti-LGBT comments, hygiene issues with the nails, debris on the nails, cigarette smell, but don't worry, she covers it up by bathing it in perfume. That's what's so annoying, because the designs are genuinely good, if those are hers at least. Customers describe receiving wrong sets, broken nails, nails that clearly weren't handmade, but my very favorite, nails that never arrived. All this is alleged though. I mean, it's not like I've actually ordered nails from her and not received them. But it is interesting because a lot of people who try to like call her out say, hey, I didn't receive my nails. They're blocked. Then there's the money pressure. For the past 2 years of her life, she appears to always be in an emergency where she needs the money like tomorrow. It's always, if everyone in this chat sends me $1, I won't be evicted and homeless tomorrow. Before we get into the video, if you're into deep dives like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps more than you think, and this one spirals. Let's get into it.
Yes, sparkling queens, but you have to do friends and family. Yes, baby, I do, but you have to do friends and family, if that's okay. Honey, what do you mean? You send your payment, sweetheart, and then I'll show you the nails, and then you pick a set that you want. And you only have to pay $50, Sammy. Shipping's taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, this one's a no for me. Because the second somebody starts selling something for friends and family only, your brain should go straight to, okay, I'm not getting my money back. She'll even stack it up and be like, well, if you pay $50 now, I'll show you the nails. Then she'll stack it with this other thing where she tells people to send the money before she'll even show you the nails. Pay first, then I'll show you, then you can pick. It's like, what if I don't like them? I lost my $50. This is like some Gucci level Cartier shit where it's like, oh, in order to even enter the building, you gotta pay us $50 and then I'll show you what I got. While it is insane, there were some people who still paid. Live streams are kind of like pressure cookers. Everyone's hyped up. The seller's like, these will be gone tomorrow. You don't want to be the one who hesitates, and that stuff kind of works. But this isn't TikTok shop, so if the nails show up wrong, broken, or don't show up at all, that's it. You can't, oh, I don't know, email support, make a dispute. You're getting blocked, and she's already on the next live trying to scam someone else. And to keep in mind, these are not cheap nails. We're talking $120, $140, $150 plus shipping. All to play the lottery of nails that may or may not fit.
Sanitation, okay? We gotta talk about that. This is what your tools look like. okay? The same product that you're putting on these nails, painting on them, you're using on your own fingers to do your own nails, which are really pretty. I like them. Everything looks like dirty and rusted and probably gonna need a tetanus shot after this. That's what you should do. A buy one, get one free with the free tetanus shot, all right? When we're selling products that can like easily spread fungus. Again, I'm not saying that you have it, but just like it could easily spread when it comes to nails.
Here's my problem. I don't know. I think she made these nails right. The designs are actually good, but that's what makes everything worse. Taking that into account, we might also remember the rusty tools. No gloves, same brushes, right onto the customer's nail. And that's where my brain personally was like, so am I up to date on that tetanus shot? Listen, I'm just saying, if your workstation looks like it has survived multiple wars, I don't want it touching my hands, full stop. And then there's the smoking, because of course she smokes while making them, and she admitted it, full stop.
Oh, you got yours today, Sassy? Thank you. Yeah, I always spray my stuff with my perfume. And I defect them so they don't smell like smoke.
Why are my nails scented like Japanese cherry blossom from Bath and Body Works? You listen to her for half a second. She literally brings up the smoke. I don't know what's happening here, but it seems to me like her brain hit the brakes and it was like, oh, right, don't say that. Girl, please stop talking. You're making everything worse. I mean, wait, credit where credit is due, right? Because at least she told the truth. Which is something you might want to know before receiving your package. Like, I personally, if I was receiving a product I really like, I wouldn't be super bothered if it smelled like smoke. Unless it's like something fabric that holds on to the smell of smoke. However, other people do have, I don't know, sensitivities, allergies, migraines. You might be listening to this like, I don't know, you don't know her story. Maybe she's backed up on orders, she's overwhelmed. So she smokes a cigarette now and then. What's the problem? My problem is the way also that she treats people. Once you hear how she talks to other people outside of nails, that's when I checked out. Because once she's mad, she told a trans woman that she was a man pretending to be a woman.
Because he's broke and his business ain't doing good and needs me to help him out with that. Wanna be she? You're a f***ing man. Deal with it. Get over it. And your nails are ugly. Ghetto. That's what you call ghetto. He's ghetto. I blocked you first, though. That's what you call an ugly man. It was a guy, wannabe girl. Like, be happy with what God gave you.
Saying all these things, saying she should be happy with what God gave her, that is simply ugly behavior. I frankly don't care what excuse she has to hide behind it. Either she doesn't believe trans people exist, or she's intentionally misgendering her because she's mad. It doesn't really matter which, both are very gross. And then the, bitch, I blocked you first. Are we 12? Are we in middle school? I blocked you first. However, it does not stop there. Because then, in the background of one of her lives, you hear someone saying a radical slur.
I said y'all should.
You live in the hood.
No. I am not.
You wish it would.
Britt! I'm on live.
So for me, first of all, that was said far too easily. And I already know someone's gonna say, listen, Michelle, you can't always control who you live with. Okay, no, absolutely. However, you can control how you respond to it. See, because she does respond, just not because it's wrong. It's more like, oh, don't say that on live. Then don't say that at all. That's the issue I took from it. Is it about the word or not wanting to get in trouble for it? I would hate it if my account got taken down for an 18th time. The fact that she doesn't look shocked as well tells me that this isn't new. This wasn't a surprise for her. If you would notice as well, the person in the background is trying to rhyme and be funny. See, because that's not funny, that's racist. On top of how disturbing racist jokes are, they're also just simply lazy. If the whole joke is, I said something racist, that's nothing. It's very much, I do whatever I want off camera, but I worry when people are watching. After that, if you just pay attention to how she treats people in general, it's just not great. For example, a customer asks a very normal question. Sorry, I didn't know you don't take Cash App. I'll download Venmo right now and get back to you. And instead of saying, oh yeah, no worries, Carrie and her mods start making fun of that person for not having Venmo. You're selling nails on TikTok Live. This is not the Mean Girls table. This isn't exactly an invite-only luxury drop. And this happens constantly. Questions get mocked. Hesitation gets punished, and on live you're either embarrassed or blocked.
I have almost 1,000 people in here and I can't sell a pair of nails. That's really sad. Because y'all making my chat look bad. You want to send the money to my Venmo. It's right here, and then come back. Oh, why would we want to I didn't even read your comment. That's what it sounded like. Yeah, bye Bree. I knew you was a troll. That's why you're still in here. Let me go download Venmo. Yeah, okay. Girl, bye.
At this point, I don't think you can say that was incidental anymore. That just felt way too comfortable. To me, it seems a little bit like being rude is part of the content. Like maybe if she snaps at people, embarrasses them, makes an example out of them, it keeps the chat moving, like it keeps eyes on the screen. I assume the TikTok algorithm works as in like the more people liking and commenting, well, commenting in this case, like the more views the video gets. But that's my thing, is if I wanted to buy something, like I really liked these nails, I would probably hesitate because I really don't feel like being bullied today. It's also just like, in this case, literally, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And I mean, as Carrie claims, sometimes she can't even afford like dinner. And so you buying these nails is literally, don't bite the hand that feeds you, Carrie. It's just a crazy way to treat people when you're trying to keep your business alive.
Girl, bye. Unpin her comment. Liar. Did you purchase, love? Honey, what do you mean? You send your payment, sweetheart, and then I'll show you the nails, and then you pick a set that you want. And you only have to pay $50, Sammy. Girl, bye. Unpin her comment. I bet you did, Nick. I bet you did. Oh my God, this is... There has to be a better way of doing this.
She keeps saying, I wish there was a better way to do this. Like she's trapped in some impossible situation. Like the universe hasn't invented a solution yet. Meanwhile, there are about 12 platforms that are designed for this exact thing. All right, let me name on top of my head. TikTok Shop, Etsy. People sell press-ons every single day without it turning into a hostage negotiation. So when she gets mad at people who hesitate, it's like, no, of course they do. You've set it up in a way where hesitation is the smartest response. That's just a normal question. However, it does get better. Someone shows interest in a set, they're clearly into it. They just ask, can I just see it one more time before committing? That's a layup. That is the customer handing you the ball. Her response? And I wish I was joking. Sincerely, I do.
No, you didn't, Allie. Are you serious? What the hell? Which ones do you want? Can you pick 2 people? I'll pick one girl. So 2 people, one will get one and the other will get one. Whoever gets the nails, if it's okay, you will have to pay only shipping, $10. Is that okay? You will literally only have to pay $10. How about this? Somebody buy a $50 pair, I'll give you a free pair, and then I'll pick somebody to get the other free pair. How about that, y'all?
None of this needed to be this complicated. It gets better because after all the chaos, there's still shipping. Someone already dropped $240. At that point, just give them the nails. Full stop, no add-ons. I feel like this was a marketing, like this was your mistake on your end. There should be no extra hurdles. No, if it's all right with y'all. No, though, even then it's like, all right, you won, but just give me an extra $10 for shipping. For what? Air? These nails are so thin. I would even go as far as to say they are as thin as my patients watching this live. I've seen other small business owners be like, bro, I'm shipping larger things for $5 or $6. So $10 for this. Girl, be serious. It's also sad because it's framed like an apology. Like, oh, I feel so bad. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Carrie, be honest with us. You don't feel bad. Somebody paid a lot of money and you're still charging extra. And this is still happening in a world where she only accepts Venmo and PayPal friends and family. No protection or disputes. Trust me, a random stranger on the internet with vibes. It is though too, like, she's so convincing when she speaks, you almost want to believe her. But actually no, there is a third payment method that I have failed to mention. She accepted a Domino's gift card. So let me just get this crystal clear straight. There is no buyer protection. However, I will accept pizza. Now I'm just confused because the currency in this universe is pepperoni.
Girl last night that sent that gift card, she sent me one of her old ones that she got Domino's with that was already used. That's what she did. That was so evil. Isn't that evil?
Sure, she might have gotten Uno reversed, but let's recall all of the people who didn't receive the product she said she's never arrived.
Hello, I've been meaning to make this video for a while. Carrie Walls. Some of you might remember the wheel about 2 months ago. I was the winner. She accidentally put me down as Heather Jessica. I had won a pair of tan almond nails with one white hibiscus flower on them. Should have took a screenshot. I didn't. I was new to her, so I didn't know about her scams and her lies. 3 weeks after I won them, 2 or 3 weeks, I messaged her, asked her if she had sent them out. She said yes, she'd already sent them out. I never got them, so I messaged her. She said, oh, she must have sent them to the wrong person. So, okay, whatever. She said she'd make me a new pair and send them out. So I explained to her what they were. Tan, almond, one flower. I told her she could make them tan or pink. I don't care. But here we are 2 months later. I finally got my nails. I cut these way down because they were extra long. Like no way I could wear them. You'll probably remember these. These have been on her life forever. She's been trying to sell them. They were Louis Vuitton. Nothing, way too big. I couldn't wear them anyway. Not my size. So yeah, I got scammed by Carrie Walls. She actually mistook me for somebody, another Heather, and said, you ain't getting nothing, bitch, because this girl had canceled her payment or something. Wrong person. But just the way she talked to me in it.
All right, now that you've seen that, I know some of us are probably watching this like, we've been online for a while now. Like, shouldn't people have clocked sooner that this is a scam? In my opinion, then, she's preying on people who are new, who don't know. Or, you know, some people aren't living in scam brain mode all the time. They saw someone struggling, selling something that seemed good, and assumed that there would be basic honesty there. The person you just watched did, to me, they did everything that you're supposed to do. She wasn't rude, she wasn't pushing, she waited. She followed up politely and stayed nice because if she didn't, she might not get a product at all. And even then, it turned into the wrong nails, excuses, and something you literally can't even use. And at that point, it's like, girl, my girl Carrie, so you You make videos on the internet. What? And I genuine question. What did you think was gonna happen? That nobody would make a video about this? Complaint videos most of the time don't really come out of nowhere. Like, I woke up today and decided to hate on this person for no reason. Not always, but normally that's not how the internet police works. To be honest though, you guys, I've been scammed one time. I was trying to get tickets for C2E2 and they were sold out for Saturday spots. C2E2 is like a Chicago Comic-Con, by the way, and I can assure you that I will never pay someone through PayPal if they insist on friends and family again. Money is gone, but, you know, lessons learned. So, I mean, maybe I kind of needed to learn that lesson in my life, as sad as it is, and the annual funeral memorial that I have for my, like, $100. But what's frustrating to me beyond being naive or careless is trusting in people who genuinely, like, believe in the best of people. Carrie built this whole setup that depends on people relying on people being decent. She seems to almost believe herself when she's saying these lies on live that are easily debunked. And that makes me question, like, in her mind, is she doing mental gymnastics to think that this is all okay? She's like, well, I really need the money, and therefore scamming people in an unethical way is gonna be okay because, I mean, they're just naive, right? There are dozens of posts on Reddit saying the same thing. If you say, hey, my order delivery was supposed to happen 3 months ago, you're blocked and labeled as a troll. Even if you're a supporter, and it's like, okay, if this happened once, but this is a reoccurring thing.
She got buy one, get one. And I normally don't do that. I have been these past couple days, but I'm trying to see. I know she wanted the Lisa Frank inspired ones, but what was the other ones? The Lisa Frank short set in the... Oh, you wanted these too? Amber, is it okay if you send 20 more? Because these were $150, because these took me forever. Is that okay? I'll just do 20 more. You don't have to.
All right, let's put ourselves in the buyer's head for a moment. You're already thinking like, damn, like this is expensive. $120 for press-on nails is certainly not nothing. Maybe you're convincing yourself, you're like, I'm gonna treat myself. It was my birthday. I've had a hard week, whatever. And she keeps saying that they're reusable. They're amazing quality. Essentially, they're gonna last you forever, which is like, that's so obviously worth it. If you think about the thousands of dollars you can spend getting your nails done or buying fake nails, $120 for forever is quite the steal. I'm sure people who use fake nails, even really, really good quality ones, watching this video, you might be able to attest that nails simply don't last forever. I don't think anything lasts forever, including black holes or universes. And then mid-conversation, it shifts. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. These are $150. Can you just send $20 more? Notice how that is done. It's framed like a casual question. Everyone's watching though. It's like she's on live, you know, you've already paid. At that point, it's like, ugh, like you might feel like you don't really have a choice. You've already invested, you already spent money. I mean, hell, she keeps talking about how she can't afford food. Saying no starts to feel awkward, even though it absolutely shouldn't. It is also interesting because remember how she said that it was like premium high quality set of nails? People were like, that looks suspiciously like a $1 Temu variety pack. Which is brutal because, shocker, people actually started looking into it. And a lot of these handmade one-of-a-kind sets matched AliExpress and Temu sets. $4 nails being sold for over 100. Honestly, that's pretty ballsy. I mean, imagine like buying a variety pack. Like, you know, you get like 20 different nails for like $4 and then sending them individually for hundreds. Honestly, that explains everything. Like I said, there's this whole Reddit page where you can really start to see how deep this goes. And on Reddit, it was discovered that one of her own moderators were pulled into the scam. According to the Reddit post, she convinced a mod to send her $1,000. I mean, listen, as the mod, I don't know if you believe that she's ethical. Like, I don't know what was going on in the mod's brain, but I imagine it was something like, I mean, sure, maybe she scammed people that she doesn't know, but she would never scam me. Like, I'm borderline a friend. This was an actual loan, and there were receipts shown that the money was actually sent. The post came from someone named Desiree who had an actual relationship with her. Desiree's like, listen, this wasn't shocking in hindsight. Like, she's already got this pattern going, like scamming people, saying, I'm gonna get evicted tomorrow, y'all. There were alleged rumors about her riding around asking for money, alleged gambling issues with her partner. It does make it a whole lot worse, not only because of the money, but also because Desiree thought this was a real friendship. She didn't expect to be used like that. These only came out because of receipts, so my imagination can only wander about what else happened that people didn't have receipts for. Also, genuine thank you to all of the Reddit folks out there, because none of this information would probably be archived without you. You're honestly doing the Lord's work, and I'm not saying that it's everyone out there. I don't think that Reddit is bad. I use Reddit. I just noticed something while I was going through it. However, I don't want to take away from all the bad things Carrie did. In some of the posts, I'm noticing a focus on her appearance, and I get why people are mad. I mean, her behavior is nasty. She's bullying. You know, we have transphobia. The way she talks to people is beyond out of pocket. And I do also appreciate people pointing out, you know, the rare times that she's not using a filter. It ties into her lack of honesty and her presentation. We also have things that aren't necessarily making fun of her looks, but like details of her looks, like her eyelashes, her tanning, her makeup, which again is like a more fair criticism than literally making fun of her looks. Like, I'd rather you guys say, Michelle, I don't like the way you do your makeup, than saying, I think that you are ugly. But it kind of distracts from things she actually needs to answer for. Like, her looks aren't really part of the story. And I'm not saying she needs protecting, and I don't care to protect her either. But there is actual things that are documented that we should be talking about, such as scamming, manipulation, lying, treating people absolutely abhorrently on live. That's what I want to focus on. Because, like, her looks are the least interesting part of this, and I wouldn't want to stoop down to her level of making fun of people's looks. I mean, to be fair, she does worse. Also, though, aside from that, though, she also did try to scam her nail supplier. Nails by Dev, her provider, said, so I sent her the nails, right? And she said that she never received the product and wanted a refund. While at the same time showing off the same product in her live streams, Dev would comment on this by saying, putting a chargeback on my small business for products you received is actually insane. Should I talk about it? I have all the screen recordings of the same product she said she never received from us. She wrote us in an email the exact words that they never came and disputed with a chargeback saying damaged products, which are two different stories. We are a family-run small business. Just because I have a lot of followers doesn't mean we are a huge corporation. She is horrible. So she's an alleged scammer, allegedly. So her scam business is scamming the actual small businesses, and then once you zoom out, you also see what this revolves around. Money! Framed as an emergency. Because on her lives, it's always the same story, cycling back around. I can't afford food. I'm about to be evicted. I don't know where I'm going to go. This is not a one-off situation. This eviction narrative has been escalating for years. Same wording, same panic, same, if you don't send me $1 right now, I'm gonna have to be out by tomorrow, and that's kinda on you.
I just found out that we have to be out by tomorrow or we're gonna get an eviction notice. When this is over with, I'm gonna spill all the tea.
And at that point, like, yeah, you could be threatened with eviction multiple times, but eventually it just starts sounding recycled. The urgency lines up perfectly with the way she sells, because a lot of the lives she does is like, hey, buy one, get one. You only have to pay $120, but once you send it, it's like, oh yeah, but can you also pay for shipping? You know how some corporations are like, oh, it's buy one, get one, when in reality it's like, oh, I could have just gotten like one for half the price. They're just trying to manipulate my brain. That's what she was kind of doing, and people are like, well, if you really need the money that bad, why are you refusing to just sell a single set? Someone actually asked, hey, can I just buy one, for $60 or $70? And they were blocked instantly. Which is strange because some money is still money. I get it's a business tactic, but it's also like, if you genuinely can't afford dinner, I just get a vibe that $60 is better than $120. But this setup only works if people commit big, fast, and publicly. I'm starting to smell some engineering, and this is just the financial side of it.
I need help paying my phone bill, y'all. I need a phone. Someone please help me. I need $100, y'all, to pay my phone bill. This is my second time in my life ever being homeless, and it sucks. Will someone please put my Cash App down, please? It's PRETTYDAISEY. Well, please, someone put it right. Please. Please help me pay my phone bill, y'all. I need $100 to pay my phone bill. I'm just really sad. That's why I don't come on here, because I'm always sad. One day, I'll be able to tell you guys the truth about, what I really have to do to even survive. Y'all send $1. That won't hurt anybody. Just sending $1, y'all, will help someone tremendously. Y'all just don't even know. I'm homeless right now, y'all. But be thankful you have a roof over your head and a pot to piss in, because I don't, babe. I don't. Oh, baby, these are real tears, love. I've cried so much I can't cry anymore, and to be honest. Y'all, please, $1. Please, y'all. If I need anything, I need my phone, y'all. I have to have my freaking phone. And y'all that are laughing at me, God sees that, and that is so wrong. This girl is homeless. The man above knows I'm homeless. I have nowhere to go, y'all. I need to pay my phone bill at least. Can someone please help me pay my phone bill? Y'all. And y'all believe the wrong fucking people. That's sad. I just need help paying my phone bill, y'all. If 100 of y'all can send $1, just $1. My phone's gonna be shut off in the morning. I'm really letting my heart out, y'all, and no one believes me. It hurts. I don't have no one to go to. Resources are everywhere, but you have to have a kid these days to even get any help. Believe me, I've tried. Maybe I'm trying to be independent. I want to be independent. And I will be independent. And I can't wait for that day where I get on here and I don't have to ask anybody for anything. Sometimes you gotta put your big girl panties on and fucking suck it up and ask. That's why when I see homeless people and stuff, I look at them like real people, because they are. And I'm like, anything I have, I will give to them.
All right, you guys, I said I was tapped out, but I'm double tapped out. I'm not saying that she would ever lie to God's face. I'm just saying, when every live is an emergency, people might start questioning what's real. And it's all happening live in front of an audience where it's like, listen, if you don't help me low key, you're kind of heartless. And here is something important for us all to notice, class. The moment someone questions it, I'm not even saying accuse, just questions. The conversation doesn't move forward, it is completely shut down. She says she's tried everything. Resources didn't work. Nothing is available, end of discussion. And then immediately after,
I still need $40 for my phone bill, y'all. I only needed 20, but I took 20 and got something to eat. But I have to pay it today. Can someone put my Cash App down, please? It's Pretty Daisy 32. I need $40 more to pay my phone bill. Yes, I said I only needed 20, but I need 40 now because I got something to eat. It's exactly what I said. And if people want to help me, that's their problem, not yours. I need 40, babe. Y'all, I hate asking for help, but y'all's all I have. Yeah, y'all, I need 40 to pay my phone bill, y'all. I have to get it today.
I would love if you could DoorDash me food. If everyone could send $1, y'all, I need $40 more. That's it to pay my phone bill. I have to get it today. I only need 37 more, y'all. 37 more, y'all. If 37 people sent $1, I would have it. Well, I really need 37 more dollars. Y'all, 36 more. That's it. I'm doing okay, Tim. I need 36 more dollars to pay my phone bill. Y'all, I have to pay my phone bill. Of course I blocked the mom. She's not about to come on here and ask for help on my page. Someone just paid my phone bill.
I'm trying to be independent. I really don't want to ask, but also maybe please send me money. So yeah, they're all getting skeptical, even the new viewers. Today I need money for my phone bill, which, I mean, I might argue that food is more important, but listen, phone bill is important for a lot of people, like their job, getting phone calls, all that. She needs shoes for work tomorrow and next week. She's getting evicted. If anyone asks, hey, but girl, you said yesterday that you made the money and you were so happy, they obviously get blocked. Just so you know, if you've ever had like a GoFundMe, this video is not aimed at comparing you to Carrie's behavior, because her crisis resets every time and it keeps on escalating. And you know what? I do have to say, if I didn't have a job, I would probably not have money either. People are not paying attention to the tears as much anymore, and they're more noticing the pattern. And if you're watching this and you're like, so why? This could all be prevented if she got a job. Well, her answer is that she's applying for disability. She might have explained for what at some point. I honestly don't have the context. I'm the worst journalist, I don't know, YouTuber ever. I just really don't want to go back and watch hours and hours of her lives trying to figure out what disability she's claiming. She applied for disability and got denied, and then kind of waves it off like, you know what, everyone gets denied the first time. Interestingly, this is correct information. Like, denials do happen a lot. Interestingly, especially to people who actually need it. Anyone who's dealt with the system knows how brutal and slow it is. I mean, in the USA, at least. Like, actually comment below and let me know in your countries what's going on. I'm curious. It is interesting, though, because she doesn't really talk about it a whole lot, which is valid. It's just that there's no timeline or explanation. There's no updates. It just kind of floats there. And then we're right back to asking viewers for money. And that also made viewers uneasy because, listen, I'm gonna assume that she's telling the truth, right, about the disability thing. But if someone in an alternative universe were to lie about that, that would be pretty messed up. Yet another reason she keeps claiming she needs money is because of her living situation. And on April 8th of 2023, that situation spills straight onto TikTok. She gets in a huge fight with her stepfather, and it escalates quickly. Someone watching the stream actually ends up calling the cops. Michelle Brain, you know, sometimes misunderstands things. I'm having a hard time understanding why the cops were called, but I think tensions hit a breaking point when her stepdad was like, you know what, Carrie and her mom just keep scamming people on TikTok Live. Maybe he did or maybe he didn't leak their address on live. And once viewers saw the fight spiraling in real time, they were like, all right, I'm gonna call the cops. At least that's my understanding of it, but really the main point here is that things escalated to the point that the cops were called.
I know you're watching too. Hey, I'm glad I'm so entertaining. Y'all, I need to start coming up with some money so I can move out of here. I need as much as I can get, y'all. I need out of here, y'all. I need to move out of here ASAP. Y'all, please help so I can move out. Huh? You can't even hear it. Fuck. Okay, if you don't like it, then why are you on here, baby? Bye. Get out of my life. No, it's the God's honest truth. I need out of here. I just need out, y'all. I need help. Someone please help. I need as much as I can get, y'all. I need as much money as I can get so I can get out of here. Don't call the cops to get me help. I know he's hating this. Get a life, boo-boo, and stop watching mine. Let all the trolls go, yes.
What's going on with your skin? I'm not even trying to be rude.
Do what?
What is going on with your skin? I'm not even trying to be rude.
Girl, bye. Would bet you wouldn't say that to my face. But y'all, can you guys please help me? Like, please help me come raise some money so I can get out of here. Jeez. Now this is ridiculous, y'all. Y'all calling the cops now? Really? I'll be back, y'all. Mom, we're leaving anyways. He is crazy, ain't he? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Go evict me.
Okay, just pause, cause I'm loving how fast this switches. 1 second, it's I need help, I need money, I need to get out of here. Then someone says anything she doesn't like, and it's just like, get out. Get a life. Stop watching me. You wouldn't say that to my face. Sorry, you guys, my acting is so bad because I am honestly such a unangry person. I need to actually work on feeling more anger. And then immediately after yelling at people, she goes back to immediately, will you please help me? Actually, I think I'm just a bad actress. I'm not gonna blame it on needing therapy. The whiplash is a whole thing. Because why are we snapping at our, I know I've said this, why are we snapping at our audience and then turning around and asking them to fund our escape? Those are the same people. And then either someone calls the cops because they're genuinely worried or just because there's yelling and they can. And suddenly it's, why would you do that? Now, if you're saying you need help that badly, is it parasocial for me to say that maybe calling for help might actually make sense? Or maybe it's not about help and it's actually about people getting their money back. But even if we were to say, no, I mean, I don't know this situation, maybe there is actually really bad stuff going behind the scenes with her and her stepdad, I'm still struggling to understand why that requires scamming people online. Especially when you stack it up with past excuses and the fact that she got angry when the cops were called. That part just isn't sitting right with me.
You're her husband, you dummy.
You're her daughter, you dumb.
You evil motherfucker. Obsessive. Get a life. Get a job.
You get a job. I got a job.
You ain't got shit. You can't handle the heat. You can't handle balls like me, baby.
Do it, dumb.
You can't handle balls like me with your little pee, honey.
Do it, motherfucker. Do it.
And you get up in my face one more goddamn time.
I'm not here.
Mom, call the cops.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Cause if he touches me.
If anybody touched anybody, I'm telling the truth. You touched it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Walk away. Mom? Oh, your breath stinks. Jesus. Get him.
Stop it!
Ooh, I'm scared.
Well, do something.
I'm scared. I don't have to. I let you do it all.
You do it.
It's all recorded too.
I hope so.
It's all recorded too.
I'll be honest, this part is just pure, chaos. There's no new information here. All I'm getting is two adults screaming at each other on live. They're daring each other to do something, threatening to call the cops, calling names. I mean, nobody is de-escalating. Nobody backs off. It actually gets louder and louder, and I'm wondering if that's because they're live. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever had a disagreement with someone and then there's a third party there, like couples therapy, I don't know. And it's like, you want to like have this disagreement in front of someone so that you can get a third person perspective. I'm sure each party here was yelling at each other, completely believing that they were in the right and expecting people on live to say, yeah, no, you're right. Because the whole time I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, why are we still live? Like, I have an idea, teacher. You could end it. You could mute it. You could step away for 5 minutes to handle this offline. Oh no, that's right. Then there wouldn't be an audience. That's why the hypocrisy is really standing out. It's also iconic because she yells at him to get a job while she's in the middle of a live stream begging for money. They are calling each other words that I don't know if adults should be using. Like, I'm not good with arguments either. I'm learning. However, I'm not feeling normal behavior on either side here. I don't think you need to pick a side here to see the issue. This is real life conflict being turned into content. And then it's followed up with asking for money. It hits the same pattern we've seen over and over. Argument, chaos, audience, money. So Jeremy, her stepdad, is like, you know what? I will also exercise my free will and go live. And I'll be honest, it doesn't really clear things up for me. It's vague, defensive, and randomly sprinkled with, and by the way, I make my own money, which, that's great. Thanks for the context in the middle of this family meltdown. If anything, honestly, it just confirms that things are messy on both sides.
TikTok, what an eventful day. Cops came to the house twice. Nothing really happened though, because nothing had happened that day. I mean, reports were made and that type of thing, but that was about it. I do think the second cop that came out saw how kind of pushy and aggressive Carrie can be, but nothing happened much other than that. I'm out of the house at work trying to make money, my own money. That's what I do, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to give you all an update as to what happened today. Yeah, the cops came twice, and I'm working on some things, trying to put some things together, better videos and things. Still kind of new to this, so still trying to get back in the swing of this here. It's been years, and there's years in the making of this.
All right, TikTok, here we go. You want the inside scoop on Carrie? Let's do it. All right, I'm in my car right now. All this has got me fucking at my wit's end. I haven't done nothing to nobody. I don't need any money. I do things my own, by myself. Always have, always will. Life's a journey, not a destination. If I can't get it done, well, then it's not meant to be done, and I don't need people's charity or money or anything like that, all right? I'm not on drugs, or I'm not on any other bullshit or anything else, all right? I'm trying to just do what's right, all right? I can't control, I have to work. I can't be here 24/7 to monitor the house. You already seen from her videos what she says about the cameras, which I don't even have any in there now, because how am I supposed to have cameras in there with them in there? You know what I mean? They find them and destroy them or put them up. There's nothing I can do. I just need help. Badly. Well, I can do it myself. I just need help. I need eyes is what I need. I need eyes. Okay, because I'm embroiled in this now. And I'm y'all put me live. I need to, if I go live, I'll stay alive all the time. At least until all this is done. I'm trying to go back to work. I'm terrified to leave my house now with all this information that was revealed to them. After having, saying, hey, can I trust you not to say anything, please? And being told, yes, I won't say nothing. Well, then it's all been leaked out. All I needed was till next week, too. But I'm not mad at nobody, nothing but love for everybody, all right? And I'm just trying to do the right thing, and I don't want to see anybody get scammed, frauded, or nothing like that. I don't have enough followers to go live, and I was trying to avoid all this social media stuff, but I just need to go.
All right, so this is his side of it. I'm gonna be honest. It does manage to say a lot while explaining absolutely nothing. I mean, he did clock one thing that I guess it matters. According to him, even the cops clocked that Carrie was being pushy and aggressive, which is not exactly a glowing endorsement. The whole thing turns into this weird mix of defensiveness and self-branding. I work, I make my own money, I don't need charity. Okay, cool. I mean, it doesn't clear anything up, and it looks a little bit like posturing. It's also strange with the I need eyes part. Help? Mediation? Resolution? eyes. Which honestly adds to the feeling that none of this should be turned into content in the first place. I didn't walk away from this believing he's the hero, assuming that was what he was trying to do. I don't walk away from it seeing that she's the problem either. I do see that the situation was very violating and messy and a bit too comfortable to be played out on camera. And also, like, instead of de-escalating, the answer was somehow, let me just go live. But have you ever seen someone be manipulative and you're like, nah, this isn't freestyle? Actually, I feel like this might be unfair, but a lot of manipulative tendencies are learned during our formative years. I mean, if you zoom out and start looking at Carrie's family life, you might start to see that this behavior might have been learned. By the way, I'm not saying if you grew up like with manipulative caregivers that you would be manipulative. I'm just saying that like the abused becoming the abuser is a very real thing that happens. This is way too personal for YouTube, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyway. We all family here. My parents got divorced when I was a wee one, and I always thought that, oh, I'll be fine in relationships. I won't be like them. That's so interesting, Michelle, because you never like got the formative like education on how relationships work. Moving on. So while we're talking about her family, let's talk about her mom, JoJo. She was in the TV show 60 Days In. I've never seen it, but I am gonna probably watch this after learning it exists. It's a reality show where volunteers go undercover in jail. She didn't last long, which, listen, same. She was out by episode 2. According to her bio, she grew up in poverty, struggled with substance use, and spent years in prison for theft, credit card fraud, and drug possession, and things are kinda starting to line up. People noticed JoJo doing eerily similar things that Carrie does now. Going live, hinting at emergencies, dry begging for money from viewers, the same cadence, same guilt framing, same I need a little help routine. It may or may not seem like a pattern. Suddenly, none of this seems accidental anymore.
And I'm just needing composite shoes, gas. So if anybody can help. Do I have any mods in here? Thank you, Cotton Candy. If you need $40, you got followers. Go on live stream and get.
So now I'm uncomfortable, and not just because of Carrie. Her mom JoJo saying that they have a OnlyFans together? Not explicit, allegedly, but also leaning into the whole matching outfits thing. Listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what your life, whatever you want with your life. The possibilities are limitless. I mean, I guess the timing is a bit uncomfortable because right after that, it does go back into like the asking for money because I'm about to be homeless kind of thing. And that's again when people are starting to show pictures of her body and they're being like, look, this girl has missed no meals because her tummy's sticking out. And it's just like, I don't think there's a certain age, like weight bracket to be hungry. I mean, I guess like if, like, this isn't, I don't know, a long-term thing, and she's never claimed it to be long-term hunger. Or wait, maybe she has, like, for the past 2 years? But anyways, here she's claiming to be homeless, and people are commenting, so why is she right outside of her apartment complex? That's like me when I was 12 years old recording a YouTube video, like a skit. You guys, I'm homeless, and I'm just like right outside of my house. At some point, she also noticed I can make money faster doing something other than just nails. On a day in mid-July, she's live on Instagram, and somebody asks her to flash on camera. A guy, allegedly named Scott, offers her $100. I mean, it goes against terms of service, but $100? According to people who were there and also write the archive, no, she did do it. I saw things that I didn't think I would see, but it is my job as a commentator to go through the receipts. It was funny to a lot of people because Allegedly, he only sent $20 when he promised $100, which is honestly brutal. The scammer got scammed. I'm not even trying to be mean here, I just do think it's quite ironic. What is interesting is what happens next, because she wasn't like, oh, that was risky, I shouldn't have done that. She's just like, I can make money off of this. Which you can, girl, and a more appropriate place to do it is a website made for this kind of thing called OF. Before anyone asks, no, I'm not showing you, this is just gonna have to be a trust me bro situation. I'm actually very curious about her behavior patterns because when you're watching these lives, I'm not like judgmental of people who genuinely believe that she needs this money or she's selling a really good product. She's a great actress. I think that either she learned this behavior about how to successfully get people to buy your product through either experiences she's had or just through positive reinforcement. You know what I mean? It's like, if I go to this cafe, oftentimes they'll give me a free pastry. If I go to this one, they don't. I'm gonna keep going to the one that gives me a free pastry. In the same way, it's like, oh, if I say this and that, people are more likely to donate than if I simply say, please buy my product, I worked really hard on it. And in the moment, there is this intermittent reward because, I mean, she is making money. Sometimes it does feel like the help worked. Also, I don't remember like what store it was. Back in the early 2000s, either it was Abercrombie or like Hollister or Hot Topic. But if you walked into the store, they would be like chewing their gum, like judgmental of you. Sorry, Misophonia fam for the sound effects. I mean, questioning her behavior will get you mocked and blocked. However, complying sometimes gives you warmth. That is called social conditioning. Also, I'm observing psychologist Michelle in the room. I'm not a psychologist, but she does externalize blame. And like, listen, I feel you, girl. Like, I would rather blame literally everything else than me. However, oftentimes, I just am the problem. It's always trolls, haters, PayPal, the system, her stepdad, but never the setup itself, or God forbid, her. I think that protects her from having to own the structure she's using. And also, one of my favorites is parasocial pressure. She's saying things about God, you know, she's saying, I'm gonna be homeless. Just $1, you know, you should be thankful that you have a roof over your head. That shifts for viewers because then they're just like, oh, well, if I donate $1, then I'm a hero. I've done my good deed for the day. And if I say no, I mean, aren't I like kind of not a good person? Like this, it's $1. Like, this girl needs help. I can technically afford it. But that's where I'm gonna leave this one. That's just my hypothesis, although I really don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I don't know what's going on when the camera's turned off. I do think, though, we can take something, a moral of the story, right? Is that, like, don't buy random things off the internet using PayPal friend and family. Like, just use, what's it called? Media literacy. That's all that we're ending the video with. Media literacy. Comment below a snowflake emoji so that I know you made it through the entire video. It's always insane to me when people actually comment the emoji. But as always, I love you guys, stay critical, and thank you so much for watching.